If you're turning 60 or are already there, I'm about to share with you an exercise so simple you can do it while watching TV. But it's so powerful that it can help restore testosterone levels, reduce erectile dysfunction, strengthen your pelvic floor, improve prostate health, and even gain a few inches of functional height by correcting posture that has been declining for years. It only takes 10 minutes, one position each morning. And the changes in your body can be so dramatic that after just 2 weeks, many men feel stronger, more stable, more active, and much more confident about their sexual function. I'm not talking about going to the gym. I'm not talking about expensive equipment. I'm talking about a standing position, a body position that you hold still, but which activates more muscle groups at once than most other exercises, fills the pelvic area with fresh blood, strengthens the very muscles responsible for erection quality and bladder control, and rebuilds the structural foundation that has deteriorated over decades. That exercise is the horse stance. Today, I'm going to share with you what is the horse stance, why it's especially effective for men over 60, what happens in your body during those 10 minutes, and most importantly, how to do it correctly to get the maximum benefits without injury. But first, I want to give you a gentle warning. The first time you try it, you probably won't last 2 minutes. Your legs will shake. Your muscles will burn. You may wonder, why is it so hard to do? That discomfort is a sign of how weakened your key muscle groups have become, and rebuilding strength in these areas can make a huge difference in your life. This exercise has been used for over 2,000 years in martial arts and traditional Chinese medicine to build what's known as kidney qi, which, in modern terms, can mean sexual vitality, hormonal health, and lower body strength. Modern science is now beginning to explain why it's so effective. Many men report that after just 2 weeks of practicing horse pose every day, they notice stronger erections, better bladder control, improved balance, reduced lower back pain, and a sense of physical ability they haven't felt in years. I hope you stay until the end, because I'll share the beginner to advanced path breathing techniques that amplify the benefits and dangerous mistakes that can make this exercise ineffective or even harmful. This is more than just an exercise. It can become a morning routine that restores your functional strength and vitality. And I want to emphasize, this is educational content. This is for educational purposes only, not medical advice. If you have a serious underlying condition, always consult your doctor before doing it. What is horse pose, and why is it important after 60? Horse pose, also known as Ma Bu in Chinese martial arts, is a basic stance. Stand with feet wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward or slightly turned out. Lower your body, as if sitting on an invisible chair. Keep your back straight. Tighten your midsection slightly, and hold the pose. It looks simple, but it is actually much more powerful than you think. The reason it is especially important after age 60 is because over the past 10 to 20 years, your body has undergone the following changes. 1. Loss of muscle mass in the legs and hips after age 50. If you do not exercise to protect your muscles, men can lose about 1 to 2% of their muscle mass each year. By the time you reach 60, you may have lost 10 to 20% of your leg muscle mass compared to when you were 40. Weaker legs, poor balance, higher risk of falling, loss of independence in daily activities. 2. Significantly weakened pelvic floor muscles. Support the bladder, bowel, and genitals are important for controlling urination, erections, and ejaculation. But most men never exercise this muscle group. At age 60, a weak pelvic floor can contribute to urgency, incontinence, weak erections, premature ejaculation. 3. Stiff, inflexible hips. Years of sitting cause shortened hip flexors, weakened gluteal muscles. Results: low back pain, hunch posture, difficulty getting up from a chair or floor. 4. Balance and proprioception are reduced. Here's why falls after 60 are more frequent, more dangerous: fractures, injuries. Loss of balance isn't just a physical problem. It takes away confidence and independence. 5. Reduced pelvic blood flow to prostate, bladder, penis isn't as good as it was 20 years ago. This affects prostate health, urinary symptoms, erectile function. And this is where horse pose becomes particularly powerful. It works on all of these issues simultaneously, with just one static standing exercise. What does horse pose do for your body? When you get into the pose and hold it correctly, It strengthens your legs, especially your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, calves. The entire posterior chain is activated. It forces the pelvic floor to work constantly to keep the pelvis stable. It opens the hips and strengthens the hips in a range of motion that is close to real-life movement. It improves balance dramatically, as you have to constantly adjust your body position to avoid falling over. It increases blood flow to the pelvis, helping the prostate, bladder, and erectile tissue receive more oxygen-rich blood. One study, I summarized from the original, showed, after 8 weeks of practicing horse pose every day, starting with 2 minutes and gradually increasing to 10 minutes, leg strength increased, balance improved, pelvic floor function improved, self-rated quality of life increased. What caught my attention the most was urinary symptoms and erectile function also improved significantly. Less nighttime urination, stronger urine flow, better erections. In other words, the horse pose is like a full-body exercise, but it targets very precisely pelvic muscles, pelvic circulation, factors directly related to urination and sex. Uncle David and #39. Story. I would like to tell you the story of Uncle David, 61 years old. He came to the doctor with the following conditions: weak erection, urgent urination, waking up 3 to 4 times a night to urinate, weak urine stream, very difficult sex despite taking medication. During the examination, it was discovered that extremely weak pelvic floor, poor leg strength, hunched posture, stiff hips, lack of confidence in gait. I, in the role of a doctor in the original content, suggested, every morning, spend 10 minutes in the horse pose. Start with less, then gradually increase. At first, he thought it was a joke. How can just standing like that solve the problem of urination and that? But he still tried. After 6 weeks, when he came back, his face said a lot. The number of times he had to pee at night was reduced to 1 time. Some nights he didn't, and #39. Need to get up. The urine flow was stronger, easier to get out. The erection improved significantly. For the first time in 3 years, he could have sex without medication. Recheck. Leg strength increased by more than 40%, better balance. Posture was straighter, walking was more steady and confident. He told me, the horse pose is an indispensable part of my morning. Those 10 challenging minutes made me feel strong again. That and #39. The power of this exercise when you do it regularly and correctly. What happens in those 10 minutes? Minute by minute, minute 1, you get into position. Legs wide, lower body, back straight. Immediately, thighs, glutes, calves, abdominal muscles all have to work. Blood rushes to the legs and pelvis. Heart rate increases slightly. The body begins to start the engine. Minute 2. A burning sensation begins in the thighs. This is a sign of lactic acid buildup, very normal. It stimulates the body, increases the secretion of certain hormones such as growth hormone, testosterone. Continuous muscle contraction increases blood flow to the pelvis. The pelvic floor contracts slightly to stabilize the pelvis. Many men have never actively activated the pelvic floor in their entire lives. This position forces it to work. Minute 3, the mind begins to say, enough already, why stand? Legs shake, the burning sensation increases. But inside, the body recruits more muscle fibers to maintain posture. The more muscle fibers are recruited, the more potential strength increases. You start breathing deeper to get enough oxygen. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic system, a state of, rest and recovery, Very good for the cardiovascular system and also sexual function. Minutes 4 to 5, you enter a state of, steady effort, The muscles are working at full capacity. Blood flows to the legs and pelvis. Testosterone may increase slightly in the short time after exercise, like a physiological, boost, winky face. For men over 60, these, small daily boosts, accumulated over time, are very meaningful. Minutes 6 to 7, posterior muscle chain. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back are all working very hard. You are rebuilding the structure that supports the lower back and improving posture. The hip flexors, often short and stiff from sitting, are both stretched and strengthened. Minutes 8 to 9, the whole body is working. The pelvic floor has been contracting gently and continuously for 8 minutes, more than in a month without exercise. The pelvic blood supply is maximized. The prostate, bladder, and erectile tissue are supplied with fresh, oxygenated blood. Balance is trained every second through very small adjustments. Minutes 10 you are done. When you stand up and shake your legs, you may feel tired, light, tired, energized, muscles full, mind clear. In the next hour, your body can better maintain certain hormones, increase insulin sensitivity, reduce stress hormones. If you repeat every day, the cumulative effect can be huge. How to do horse pose correctly. 1. Foot position, feet wider than shoulder width apart, usually about 2 to 3 feet apart, toes pointed straight or slightly turned out, no more than 15 degrees. Weight distributed evenly over the entire foot, not all on the heels, also not on the toes. 2. Lowering back straight, chest open, bend your knees. Lower your body, as if you were sitting on a chair behind you. Knees should point in the same direction as your toes, not inward. Lower until your thighs are almost parallel to the ground. If you are new to this exercise, you may only need to go halfway down. 3. Upper body back erect, not hunched forward. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head up to the ceiling. Chest open, shoulders relaxed, but not hunched. 4. Hand position, beginner. Place your hands on your thighs for support. Intermediate. Extend your arms straight out in front of you at shoulder level. Advanced. Clasp your hands in a circle in front of your chest, as if hugging a tree trunk. 5. Pelvis and core, pelvic roll slightly downward, slightly tighten your abs. Imagine pulling your navel gently toward your spine, while gently lifting your pelvic floor up and inward, like when you're trying to stop the flow of urine midstream. 6. Breathing, inhale through the nose for 4 counts. Belly bulging, exhale for 4 counts. Belly deflating, do not hold your breath. Holding your breath can increase blood pressure and reduce relaxation benefits. Time and amp. Progression if you are just starting out. Week 1, 2 minutes every morning. Week 2, 3 minutes. Week 3, for minutes, then increase by 1 minute each week until you reach 10 minutes. If you are in good physical condition, you can start at 5 minutes and gradually increase. Best time. In the morning, before meals, when the body is ready. This little activation can bring many benefits for the whole day. Do not practice right before bed, as it can make the body more alert. Common mistakes to avoid: knees bent inward, increase bad pressure on the knee joint. Always keep the knee pointing in the same direction as the toes. Hunched back, hunched forward, loss of effect on core and pelvic floor. Easy to have lower back pain. Keep your back straight, chest open. Stand on your toes, signs of going too deep. Lift your body a little until your feet are flat. Hold your breath, can increase blood pressure. Reduce the effect of relaxing the nerves. Maintain even, slow, deep breathing. Too greedy. Go too deep. Hold too long at first, easy to have pain. Then give up. The important thing is to be consistent for many months, many years, not try once. Do not maintain daily 3 sessions/week, then rest for 1 week. It will be difficult to see results. This is the best exercise when done every day. Legs too narrow or too wide, too narrow, not hitting the inner thighs and pelvic floor properly. Too wide, easy to strain the groin muscles. Find a position that feels stable and can keep good form. Stand passively. Don and #39. T. Actively tighten your pelvic floor. Don and #39. T. Just and quote. Stand for the sake of it and quote. Occasionally, gently lift and hold your pelvic floor in position, as if trying to stop the flow of urine. 30-day plan. Small challenge. Big change. Step 1. Prepare the space. Choose an empty corner of the house, enough for you to spread your legs and move your arms comfortably. Step 2. Tomorrow, after waking up, go to the same place. Get into horse pose. Hold for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Step 3. Repeat every morning for 7 days. The important thing is not how much or how little, but the habit. Step 4. From week 2 onwards, gradually increase 3, 4, 5, up to 10 minutes. Step 5. Record the changes you can record. How long did you last today? How did your legs, back, hips feel? Did you find it easier to go up and down stairs? Is there any difference in urination, sleep, confidence? Step 6. After 30 days, look back. Do you have better balance? Are you more stable when walking? Are you less tired when standing for long periods of time or when getting up from a chair? Are there any changes in urination or sex? Many men over 60 have reported measurable changes after just a few weeks to a few months. Finally, I really hope that this little exercise will help you feel the strength, stability, and confidence that age sometimes makes us forget. Just 10 minutes every morning. But if you maintain it regularly, you will see your body change every day, steadier steps, better balance, more restful sleep, and significantly improved pelvic health. If today and hashtag 39S video gives you a little motivation or something useful, remember to subscribe to the channel so you don't and hashtag 39 miss new videos about health for people aged 55 plus. Every week I prepare easy to understand, gentle content, but can help you live healthy, live happily, and live more confidently. You can also share this video with your friends, so who knows? Just a small exercise can help someone get healthier every day. Thank you for taking the time to watch until the end of the video. Wishing you good health, happiness, and many peaceful days. See you in the next video. I and hashtag 39 am always here to accompany you.